Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? I'm finally here. It's always me running late, as you well know. Oh, there we go. We've got a new follower already. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Put the kettle on. Loads of followers. How is everybody? I'm finally here. Nemesis, how you doing? You good? You good over there? Dan, how you doing? Good to see you. Thomas, how you doing as well? We have finally gone live. We've finally gone live and everything is good. So I've actually got the developers from Dirty Bird here in the stream. So say hello, guys. How you doing?
Hey. How's everyone?
So what we're going to do is we tested the game last night. We're going to do another test with you guys this evening. But we thought we'd just have a little bit of a chat first. See how everything's going, how the development of the game. This is super early access. This is real early, so we're very honoured to have you guys here and give us this chance to look at the game before anybody else. Nobody else has streamed this game. Make sure you go over to their YouTube channel as well. The link is in the description. Give them a sub over there. Go and say hello. Because they've done a bit more than what we're going to be able to show you tonight. But we're going to just bring this game along with us, go along for the journey, play it, hopefully play it a couple of times each week. We've definitely got another stream booked for next Monday. We're going to do it again, and we just want your feedback, guys. What do you think? How they can improve the game? What we'd like to see brought to the game? And basically go from there. If you guys want to give us a little overview of the game before we go into some gameplay.
Sure. I figured he was going to talk.
I didn't know that was directed at me. Yeah. I mean, as you guys play, I mean, you can give some commentary if there's any questions. I don't mind answering them as well. If you want to just hang out in the main menu for a little bit and let people come in, it's up to you.
No. He was just saying if you wanted to talk about the game a little bit.
Yeah, just give us a little description. The game's based in Alaska, is that right?
Yeah, so the game is based in Alaska, and it's kind of a three-sectioned map. The southern area is going to be a hotter area that's radiated. We have the middle section of the map, which is kind of a neutral zone, so the weather temperatures are kind of standard. And then there's going to be a northern part of the map that's a little bit colder that you'll need more, warmer clothes. There's 5 playable characters. It's going to be story driven, where there will be notes left around the map for you, so you can either take your take your path where you want to find what happened with the outbreak, or you kind of have to go find XIO. Is really the storyline, or you can just run into the woods, craft yourself some survival stuff, build, and kind of just play with other players cooperatively. And down the road, we'll have some dedicated servers for multiplayer.
Ideal, sounds good. Cosmos, I will be there with you and 2 guys. We got a few questions coming in, but we'll get to that. So yeah, we played last night. The game is looking super good, super good. Like I say, we've got all the different weather biomes which change each day, which is good. So we've got Cosmos asking here about a Discord server. So we've got one that obviously we're in now, and we're actually talking in now. Have you got one set up that people want to follow the development of the game? Would that be this one, or are you going to set up a new one?
Yeah, so we actually have if you go to our YouTube channel, our Discord link is on the title of the game. All of our videos that we post on YouTube have our Discord link.
Ideal. So there you go. So you can follow them on Discord there, and follow the development as it comes up. So the only videos that have actually gone up about this game so far is what they've put together themselves. And like I say, in a minute we'll jump into the game. There's going to be 2 of us playing in the game, and fire your questions away. Anything you want to ask the guys, they're here to answer all your questions. So I'm going to quickly get us set up into the game now. Then, as always, me being as organised as ever and being all set up for everything. There we go.
And I think Tornado, you're already launched in your project, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. So it's going to be myself and Tornado. Me fumbling everything up as normal.
And me trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, you do the killing of the zombies, and I'll just run around in circles screaming like a little girl. So.
No, I think you guys should be better now because the demo area has the 2 backpacks. So when we try to play with 3 backpacks, it was a bit much. So I think you guys will have a better go at it.
Good stuff. So things are just loading up on my end now. How's the chat doing? We've got Brynny over there. Amar. Well, I'm not good at aiming. By the way. Voidfather, how you doing? How are we doing? Right, there we go. I'm into the game, so let me get everything swapped over here. There we go. So we're going to go into multiplayer. I'm going to host a quick game. There's going to be 2 of us there. Create the server. Save 1.
And I'm kind of glad that we went through a playthrough last night now, actually.
Oh, you're telling me. I was getting fumbled all over the place.
Yeah, I think the idea is to kind of swing and duck and move around before they swing back.
And collect berries.
Yeah. There we go. So I've sent you an invite.
Got it?
You got it? Perfect. So here we are. This is the game. So it's snowing at the moment. And we're both female. Typical. Had to happen, didn't it?
I can disconnect and you can
Yeah, why don't you do that? There's like a 2 to 5 chance.
Invite me.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best bet.
For the best gameplay.
So we got a male here. Yeah, we got a male and a female one here. So let's get some clothes on. We got zombies coming towards us already. There we go.
But I'm not in the game.
You can actually join. If you can actually join from his game.
Let me just invite you again then. There we go. Right, the one thing I haven't picked up is a weapon. Picked up everything else. I've got an axe. There we go. Let's get myself a weapon.
We're both female again.
We're both female, aren't we? It was destined to be then.
I guess.
Well, at least you'll have 2 backpacks.
Right, let's get a few of these zombies out of the way, shall we? So we've got a bit of time to sort ourselves out. So as you can see down the bottom right hand corner, we do actually have the temperature gauge down there. So when you start going into the minuses, you will start taking damage. We got our health in the red bar. So the UI is very basic at the moment, just gives us all the basics there. Actually getting my ass kicked here.
I'll be over in a second.
This is not how it's meant to be going. You're meant to be defending me. See me dying in a minute. There you go, that's it. You get yourself in there. I'm going to run away. See if I can find some healing items over here.
There's some cloth in the box there that you can craft a bandage and then you can heal yourself. And I believe it's in the other storage box.
I may have taken it.
I can see some cloth here.
Okay, yeah.
So let's go into crafting. Bandage. There we go. So I'm making a few bandages. Here we go. So what is it that I press to equip the bandage?
You'll drop that onto your hotbar.
And then use it from there. Right, there we go. So we just drop things down here onto our hotbar down here. Can I use that now? There we go. So you can see my health going up now. I'm going to go and chop down a couple of trees as well, because as the night goes on, we're going to need to be able to get this campfire going, because at night time things get really, really cold. So do a bit of chopping here.
Yeah. The temperature is hard to read right now. That's just a temporary solution for the UI. We're going to be creating something a bit better than that. Just currently right now it's just there just for people to see.
There we go. Let's get some wood logs here. There we go. So I'll try and get a bow and arrow sorted in a minute. Shout out to Primate. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, we're just checking out this early access game here, Primate. Right, I'm going to get myself a few more bandages. I made quite a few, actually. Didn't realise I'd made so many. Put some fuel into the fire. We'll get that. We won't get it... Yeah, we'll get that turned on. We'll get it started, may as well, while we're here. Equip the bandages. Now, wasn't there a skirt in here that I saw?
Yeah, I took it because I'm a female. I had to have some clothing too.
Oh, so we got a male skirt and a female skirt. Oh, there we go. So
but I can back out and here. Let me put this stuff in here, and then if you want to invite me again, I'll try to get a male.
No problem.
In here for you.
No, this isn't our official Twitch. We're actually kind of piggybacking off Kraken's playing the early access.
Wooden bow. So I grab that. I can actually make myself a bow. Right, so let's quickly invite you back in while we haven't got any zombies here at the second. See if you can actually come back as a male. So because this is a demo, guys, they've got the demo set up so you've got enough stuff in the game, one for a male, one for a female. So let's go and sort out this guy over here.
This is the emergency broadcast system.
Are you a female again?
I sure am.
Well, you can what you can do is you can actually, because he's on your friends list, you can actually join him. Just click his name and say join lobby. He doesn't have to invite you once the game session's open. Yeah, so you can just, as long as you're not the host, so it's a peer-to-peer connection. So
Alright.
yeah, once he's in the game, unless he closes open invites, then you can't. But you can join him whenever you'd like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you try and find yourself a male. And I can get the female skull on. So I'm not doing too bad for heat at the moment. So I have 5 degrees at the moment, so it's not too bad. It's when you start going below 0 that you start taking real damage.
And you can come back and get that skirt and stuff. That'll help you stay a little bit more.
So we'll start raiding the rest of the stuff in a minute. What have we got here then? This container, no, that one's empty. So what you can do, which is quite nice, is open these containers and then you can actually... That's the male skirt. Male.
And you'll be able to craft all of these containers, storage containers, but just not in the demo.
Yeah. That's good. So what you can actually do, rather than actually having to come out of it, you can then just run away from the container like that. Ah, there you go. You finally a mail. So let's have a little quick look, see if there's anything else around here. The graphics are looking so good. We can also inspect all of our different items like this, which is quite cool.
Where'd the backpack go?
Yeah, 88. What's your question?
Or local emergency alert notifications. Avoid contact with the infected. If evacuation is impossible, move indoors and initiate.
So yeah, fire your questions away. And Four here will do his utmost to sort that out for you. Answer the question as best you can. I'm going to go and get some more wood for us.
At the moment, the zombies are sight based. So if you break their line of sight, is where they'll start attacking you, and also footstep sounds as well.
So we're limited to this this space here at the moment, but as from next week, we come down here to where the zombies have been spawning. All of these houses and buildings down here, we are going to have access to. So, like I say, this is super early. You know, so we're very honoured to have this so early on. But as from next week, so we're just going to do a bit each week. And show the progression of the game. You know, this is cool to be involved with a project so early. So we're honoured to have you guys here. So you're a male character now?
Yes, I am.
Good stuff. Right, well, I'm going to get some food on us. So at the moment, everything's being done from the hotbar. They've already started working on a fix for an issue that we found last night. So unless you had a backpack, unless you had some storage, we were struggling to be able to eat or drink anything straight from a box. So that is something that they've already worked on in the last 24 hours. So that's now been fixed, I believe.
Yeah, is that Big Fry sent you? Tell Big Fry I say hello and thank you very much for the positive review that he left us.
Don't tell him that. Just leave him alone.
Right, so I've got some rope here and I've got some sticks here. How many do I need for a bow? So for crafting a bow, I need 30 wooden sticks. How many have I got on me? 9. So I'm gonna have to go and do a bit more chopping and see if I can get one of these bows crafted. Let's work on the trees. See if we can get some more branches on the go. Is that fire still burning down there?
Yes, it is. But I totally died. With everything on me, so I have no weapons.
Void Father, Big Fry is nothing more than an outrage YouTuber. No comment. No comment at all. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Nemesis. Yeah, when you're cold, do you reckon the clothing will ever become universal? Is that something you guys can see doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are using, because of the Unreal character, so we're using modular clothing, but the physical mannequin of the female is smaller, so trying to fit the male and the female clothing to stretch is difficult to do. So we decided on a condition between if your character is male or female. So I actually had to resize all of the clothing for male and female. So we have 465 items of clothing in the game, and so that's almost 1,000 clothing items between the male and female, because I had to do them twice over to fit each character. And there's 5 playable characters. So if you go back on our YouTube channel, I do spotlight some higher tier level gear, like military chest pieces and helmets, different styles of weapons. This is very primitive gameplay because this is just the starting camp.
So as you can see, Tornado's got the bow there as well. She's got one of those now sorted. We're looking at we're nearly there for crafting one ourselves, which will be all good. Do we actually have any arrows in one of the boxes there, or have I got to start making my own?
We probably got to make some. I do have a dress or a skirt and some shoes over here, though.
Oh, do I? Awesome, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Not in that one. Where is it? In this one here? Ah, female skirt here. Right, okay. So, go back to gear. So, is that... Yeah, add-ons. Add-ons as well. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that should really help us then. And Tara, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing? So yeah, so like I say, super early this, but we just wanted to give you guys a bit of a look at the game. I say this is the only area we can use at the moment. There's a zombie spawning right in front of me. There we go. So we've got the bow and arrow. We've got me with the dagger here. There we go. As from next week, we'll be able to go down and start looking at the building, looking at the houses down there, raiding the houses. What the zombies that you showed yesterday, you had some really unique zombies that were just inside.
Yeah, so yeah, we have right now we have the different zombies for different biomes. Right now, the reason these are walking is because technically these zombies actually aren't supposed to be here. They're only put in for the demo. The zombies are actually not even near the starting camp. It's more down south of the map. But as you go further south, the zombies have different animation sets. So they'll run, they'll jump, they get more aggressive. And so, like I said, these walking zombies were just put in the demo. When you first load the game, you actually can collect resources in this area and actually loot the houses there without encountering any zombies.
Right, okay. So where would I put this pick here? Is that a secondary slot or?
That would be a tool. So you would have to remove your hatchet,
right,
and
so,
then
okay, we'll keep the hatchet there just for a second because I do need a couple more sticks. So as you guys can see, now that I've moved towards the campfire, my temperature has gone back up. Then, so that's really cool. When you move away now, as you can see, now that I've moved away from the campfire, it starts going colder again. So at the moment, the day cycles are on 90 minutes per day, and the containers respawn. Did you say every 24 hours in game?
For testing for the demo, yeah. In world, all of the items respawn once a day. In theory, if there's a server with 50 people on it, you're going to be having to share that loot, similar to 7 Days to Die, where you can loot a hotel or a house, and the cabinets you'll loot the cabinets, and then the next day or day or two, however you set the spawning system in game, the vanilla version, you can loot those cabins. Like if you go into the same house, the next day that cabin will have food in it. And the bow goes on the primary slot.
Primary, there we go. So I'm going to need to get myself some arrows now. Do we have any arrows in any of the boxes, Tornado?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But I can split some of these arrows if you want to give me like a knife or a hatchet or any other weapon. All I have is the bow.
Yeah, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll just come over to this box here, and I will put my knife into there for you. There we go. So we can show everybody how the bow works.
There's arrows in this box right here.
That one, okay. There we go. So we got ourselves 58 arrows here. Perfect. So have I got to bring that down to here? Yep. Tara, thank you very much for the sub. Right, so now here we go. We've got the bow and arrow here, and it's quick fire rate. I'm like Robin Hood over here. Is there a female version of Robin Hood? So what you gotta note at the moment is when you go into sprint mode, you disarm whatever you have in your arm. So you've got the knife out. If you've got the bow out here, you can't sprint and use them at the same time. You've got some pretty cool weaponry in the game, haven't you? You've got a shotgun, SMG. You've got
yeah. So right now there's 4 carbines, there's 3 AKs, there's 4 submachine guns, there's 8 pistols, there's roughly 29 melee weapons, from like blunt weapons to knives. Oh, you just yeah, and there's weapons all the way up to full military, and there may be a little bit even higher than a military grade at some point.
So we can actually use this hatchet to chop up these zombies, can't we?
Yep, yeah. And you can either you can usually have to crouch in order to hit them when you're
there we go.
To harvest them. There you go. Yeah, and then you have to actually hit the blade. There you go. And then if you check your inventory now, there should be a piece of zombie that's in your.
I've got a zombie arm.
You got a zombie arm, so you can cook that. In the campfire, you can go and cook that arm. And how the melee system is, so it's actually depending on your mouse. So if you if you're crouching and move your mouse forward when you swing, it will be a forward swing. If you move it to the left, it will be a left side swing.
Okay, so I've got a zombie arm here and a zombie head. How would I go about cooking that then?
You put them down in the storage section.
So down in the storage section.
Or you can put it directly in the fuel top up there. There's a top part.
Yeah.
If you go, there you go, and it will automatically cook, and then you'll get different. It will automatically cook if it's in the storage. So if you have something in there to cook, it will automatically cook.
Perfect.
Or you can put it directly. You can. So that way you can put things in to cook, and you can walk away from it. You don't need to stay in the cooking.
Okay, so where's that? Where was that zombie head gone now?
So it's stacked on the other. So there's you guys have 4 zombie heads. It looks like. So it's gonna stack those heads. So it stacks the fat. It stacks the charcoal.
Down here, human skull. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
See the 4.
Yeah. So if you cook another head there, it's gonna turn to 5, the skull, and then you can actually craft yourself. Like a skull mask, a human skull mask with rope.
Oh, that's cool.
And different materials. Yeah. So we actually have a whole bone set armor as well. So we have a cloth set, we have a leather set, we have a bone set, and then you have casual clothing that you can wear from anywhere from jeans to regular shoes to then we have the middle tier stuff like hiking stuff. Then we have the military, and then we have like a SWAT unit type of clothing. Where we have 26 different chest pieces of armor. And then we have the military helmets, the SWAT military helmets. But those are in the radiation zones that's just south here.
Okay. Right, so I've got this pick. Let's test out the old mining of the stone. So that's over here. There we go. Collected a load of stones. Collected some ore. So like 7 Days as I used to be, this is how we can mine a lot of ores at the moment. Like the boulders that are in the world. So I've got myself a couple of stones here and a couple of iron ore. So I've got some sticks here as well. Let's go into crafting. Can I make some arrows? So primitive arrows. Is that 5 sticks and 1 stone to make? How many arrows does that make me?
Yeah, as of right now, the value of the recipe costs are not going to be actually what the in-game values are going to be. They're a bit cheaper in the demo. This demo was strictly meant for just showing off kind of the game mechanics, the connectivity between Steam, how easy it is to play with friends, and then to kind of show off some of the mechanics.
Yeah, well, it's super simple for somebody to join the game. You saw how easy it is that. As long as you've got them as a friend on Steam, you can bring them straight into the game. It's super simple. There we go. We've got the trees falling down here, so we'll try and make a couple of arrows. I'm surprised I've survived this long, because you should have seen me yesterday. Oh. We spent a whole night just playing Ring a Around the Roses, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mr. Cause, how you doing? Sorry, I will catch up with the chat.
Yeah, and like I said, as we grow, we will be releasing some certain content creators to have access to more of the map. Currently, they're sitting on World Composition 3, which World Composition 3 is finished with houses and things like that. However, right now the demo is just strictly for the starter camp, but then certain content creators will end up getting access to more of the map in the near future, probably within the next week.
Good stuff. So we've gone. Yeah, I do need to drink some water. I've just done that, so I think I'm totally out of water now. Yeah, super exciting stuff, guys. So was it yesterday? Tomorrow, sorry. Is it that the weather will change again? I'm struggling with this guy here.
Yeah, in the demo, I believe that the weather changes every 20-25 minutes. But like I said, the weather is on 10 different condition settings. So you could get rain for 3 days, or you can get a clear day for 2 days, or you can get snow for 5 days in a row. It just really depends on when those conditions fire off, basically.
So
in the bow that you
proper savage then.
Yeah, so the bow that you're using, actually, Kraken, there's two bows. The one that was given in the demo is actually a primitive bow that does a little bit more damage. This craftable one that you made that you're shooting now, that one does less damage because it's the cheapest bow that you can get. So there's 4 different types of pullback bows. One bow will be in a different crafting station. It's more of like a it's a metal bow, and then we have a compound bow, and then we have a few crossbows, and so they'll do different damages to different parts.
So I don't know if you guys can see that down here. You can see how many sips of water we've got. So that's 0 or 3. So there is wells and places like that in the game where you can go and refill these up. That's right, isn't it? So we will be able to get more water from other places.
Yeah, there are watering holes. There's streams as well in the game with lakes. And the fresh water, you can refill your water containers and any other container freely. However, there are contaminated water sources as well. So if you do it's very similar to 7 days, where you fill your water container with contaminated water. If you drink that, you'll end up you'll damage your health and you'll get sick. So you always you can filter your water as well.
Good stuff. Well, there we go, guys. I think we can plant the seeds as well. Didn't you say that was a thing we could do? So as you can see from this, I am getting seeds. I've got 14 pine seeds here.
Yeah, so every resource in the game actually has a seed. It has a raw material and it has a plant itself. So by hitting trees, you're going to get different pine seeds. You can actually craft a planter pot and put the seed into the planter pot, and then it will actually grow the tree. And then you can grow mushrooms and you can grow different vegetables. So you can actually create your own farm.
I do like how dense these forests are. That's really cool.
Actually, well, you could thank Tornado for that. She's the one who designed the level, designed the like all the trees, the foliage, the landscape textures is all from her.
Oh, good work, Tornado.
Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, and the like I said, the AI for sure with the zombies definitely needs to be worked on. That's definitely something that we're stretched extremely thin, so we're trying to develop things one at a time, basically. And actually, if you see where she's standing, how her character's foot actually moves with the terrain is because the players have their feet have an IK on it. So wherever the player is standing, Tornado, why don't you go stand like stand halfway on that bag that you were just standing on, right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
And then if you look at her foot, yeah, see how her foot is kind of up on top a little bit.
Yeah.
So the feet recognize an incline automatically versus just where most typical games will just they'll just walk on a regular terrain. So wherever you're standing on, if you're standing on an object, your feet will raise with it, because your knees do flex, which is a unique feature.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Obviously, we especially from the 7 Days community, we're used to it being very stick-like characters. So
yeah,
it's
so
nice to
I
see
mean,
that.
yeah, so the reason why a lot of multiplayer games don't have the IK feature is because it's very hard to replicate, and it's a bit tricky to do. But because of the how good our multiplayer has been integrated, we're allowed to do that without losing some optimization and connectivity issues. And maybe you should tell the community that we're actually you're streaming this from a different country, and she's actually in the United States, and so the player connection there's zero lag between player interactions. As you can see, she's not skipping on screen, and she's in a different country from where Kraken is actually streaming from.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm playing this on a server from Paris myself at the moment, as a lot of you guys well know. That's what I use to play these games. You across the pond over there, yeah. And we haven't had any ping issues, have we? See what I can do with this hatchet here, if anything. There we go. Oh, right, let's take your head. Look at that.
Yeah, and
I got his arm.
The larger zombies have more health as well too. So if you notice that the skinnier zombies, the smaller zombies have less health.
Good stuff. So there's workbenches as well in the game, isn't there? Is there a forge or anything like that?
Yeah, so we have a furnace that will melt all of your raw materials like sulfur and copper, iron, obviously, and then that will create charcoal and gunpowder. And then we have a workbench that will craft higher tier building materials. There's a leather station where you can actually kill animals, and when you harvest the animal, they'll give you animal fat, raw hide, and you can take that hide and put it in a workbench to make processed leather. And then from that processed leather, you can craft yourself leather clothing. The bear helmets that is being displayed on the demo, when you kill a bear and skin it, you can actually take its head and craft that bear head. So that bear head is actually really hard to obtain in game.
Right.
We just give it to you because it's very warm. I did reduce the basic temperature by minus 10 degrees Celsius for the demo, so that you can experience kind of a cold. Because the animal clothing, we have a wolf's clothing, we have like I said, a bear clothing. So you use that pelt in order to create the all of your armor. I mean.
So I've broken my hatchet now, so I'm in big trouble now.
Yeah, so you can, if you have sticks, you can craft primitive weapons. In the demo, I only put a couple there. There's a stick knife and there's a stick club. But yes, all the items do have a durability. So guns have a durability, so you can only shoot a gun a certain amount of time. So now, so you can put that knife in there, and so.
I've got to put the knife into.
Depending on the tier of weapon and the tier of armor, that goes into the knife slot because that's actually a knife. Yep, there you go.
I gotta then bring that down to here.
Yep. And like I said, we actually did rework. We're actually still working on it, but we did rework some of the way that the things interact with, like your inventory for equipping your weapons and armor.
Good stuff. So these guys all have a line of sight. So if I go and crouch down behind this vehicle down here, was it 15 seconds before they start this?
Yep, exactly. You need to hide from. Once they aggro onto you, they'll latch onto you until their line of sight's broken for more than 15 seconds. And then once their line of sight is finally broken, then they'll change animation stances and go back into a roam. So the guy on your right spotted you, correct? So if you look to your right, and so, he's going to keep following you until you break his line of sight. And in the nighttime, their vision, they can't see at night. So they won't actually aggro you if you're in a shadow, for example. And they'll go into their normal stances and walk away. See, so now he's actually... The guy that was looking at you, now he's walking away because you broke his line of sight, so now he's walking away. Now the guy to your right, now he spotted you, so now he's walking toward you, so now you have to lose his line of sight. The zombies absolutely need to still be worked on. AI is very hard to deal with. There's a lot of complicated things that are involved with AI, and that they all have to kind of work in together. So
yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's most of the things that we can show you for the demo, without just running around and trying to survive till the morning time. My character's completely out of water now, so I'm going to end up dying very, very shortly.
There's still another water bottle in the thing.
Oh, is there? Oh, I'm dead now. But yeah, no. So to me it looks like there's a lot of potential there. Obviously, we're going to stream this again next week, Monday or Tuesday. I'll put that up tomorrow. I'll have a chat with you guys and see when's best for you. And we're going to have hopefully the town section opened up so we can see some of the houses and actually go through some of the houses. Is that right?
Yeah, so we can discuss that in Discord, but yeah, you're gonna have for sure. I'm gonna open up the demo level so you can go directly south into. There's a small little community right next to you, as you can see. I'm gonna open up the right path for you to open up where you can go into a small town that has 3 or 4 homes, and then probably even extend it beyond into. There's a gas station a little bit further south, so you're gonna have roughly 18 to 19 buildings to loot within next week.
Good stuff. Well, we look forward to that, guys. Keep your questions coming in. Send me anything you like to on the Discord. And I'll pass the things over. We spotted a few things yesterday, didn't we? Like, say, being able to eat and drink without needing the backpack, which you guys have nearly got finished, ready for tonight. Yeah, we'll put the Discord link into the chat in a second for you, Diego. But if you go to their YouTube channel, all the links are in there. So, like I say, go over, give them a sub, go and say hello over on YouTube. XIO Survival. And everything's in the link in my description as well for these guys. You know, they do have some gameplay on there that they've done themselves, which do show a lot more advanced gameplay as this. But we just wanted to come along. We've got some really good YouTubers and streamers supporting the game as well. But we just wanted to, you know, come out and let you guys have a first look. What was it a couple of months you've been working on this? 2-3 months?
The pre-development was in 2 months. So for the 2 months, all of the components needed to be put together, like the foundation to be laid out to see if it would actually even work. But as of month and a half has been at full-time development. So we're roughly about three and a half months, closing on to 4 months on full development. Like I said, we're going to be releasing a free demo on Steam by October. And then hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have early access release for at least World Composition 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you'll have most of the northern map, which will be on Steam. We are on Steam right now with a private creator code. So it's invite only. If you guys do want a copy of the free demo camp, then just definitely email us. Our email links, or write me on Discord, and you guys will be able to get that link. And if you are a creator and you want an expanded map as well, we can talk about that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. There we go. Well, it all looks very, very promising to me. Like I said, we look forward to carrying on working with you guys and yeah, watching the game develop. If any of you guys have ever seen any of the early works of things like 7 Days to Die, you know, in the first couple of alphas and stuff, and you can see how far that game's come everywhere. Every game's got to start somewhere, and I think the graphics and the gameplay of this is incredible, you know, for something that you've only spent a few months on. So as you can see, I've died now, I've respawned, but because I'm back now naked into the game, you can see straight away the temperature, because if it's a nighttime, it's gone all dark, is a real issue. It's pretty savage, so you've got to keep that campfire going, keep yourself warm to survive the night times. But yeah, it looks like promising stuff. Well, thank you very much for inviting me and you guys coming on here and, you know, talking about the game. Hopefully loads of guys will go over and check out your YouTube now, and like I say, there's a few videos over there that they've already done with a much more advanced, and we'll organise the stream for next week where we can go and loot some houses and show the next part of the gameplay.
Yeah, thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and yeah, just, you know, check out our Indiegogo, support us the best you guys can. Just share, like, and subscribe. Obviously, you know, follow if you're a big fan, follow Kraken. He'll definitely be posting more upcoming content for XIO Survival.
Definitely will be. So thank you very much, guys. Take care of yourselves, and everybody else. Wastelands will be back as from tomorrow. Zapman, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, we were streaming this on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch this evening. That's it, our campfire's out, so it's going to be bad times for us now, so we're just going to... there you go. Well done, Tornado. So thank you very much, you two, and we'll catch up with you in the stream next week. Thank you very much for joining us, guys, and see you guys in the near